This machine is called a debarker, and it's the first step in production when logs are brought into a sawmill.
They remove the bark off of the log so they're clean logs, so when they go into the sawmill, it's easier on the blade.
Kent Mitchelltree is the president of Mitchelltree Brothers Logging and Lumber Incorporated in Pulaski, Pennsylvania.
Our next step is the head saw, which is a circle saw.
The uneven outer layers of the log are trimmed off, leaving behind a square beam.
The next step is the edger, which it cleans up the edges on the board, just makes the edges nice and square.
From there it goes to the grader, who ranks each piece of lumber from FAS, a higher quality wood used for cabinetry and hardwood furniture, to number 3B Common, which is used for crates, fences, and other industrial products.
This is our grade stack, our grade row right here, and right now we're sawing red oak, so this is red oak grade lumber here.
So this is when the logs first get in from the woods. We bring them in tree length on a semi, and then we cut them short with the knuckle boom loader here.
Across the border in Southington, Ohio, Dahl Lumber Company has the same basic process. Sales manager Eric Dahl says before they even enter the mill, all of the logs must be sorted by species.
We'll cut 2 or 3 days worth of red oak, a few days worth of cherry, so it's important to keep them all separate out here so you don't just have a mix match of logs going in. So that's every row out here represents a different species of tree.
The Appalachian region has over 65 million acres of forest and contains some of the best hardwood in the nation, which is exactly what Mitchelltree and Dahl are looking for.
Our mill and our operation here, we're looking primarily for more of a higher grade tree, a little larger in size, better quality.
Walnut's always kind of the rock star. That's the one that's the most valuable. Cherry's a pretty popular wood. Hard maple's a good one. Red oak is kind of our bread and butter.
Hardwoods like these will eventually become tables, molding, floorings, or doors, while softwood like pine and fir will be used in construction projects like framing for houses. Most of the wood harvested by the companies comes from private landowners and commercial developers.
We're looking to work with a landowner. If they harvest it correctly and manage their woods correctly, it's an income for years to come and generations to come.
Most loggers today use a process called select cutting when harvesting trees. Instead of clear cutting an entire area, they only select trees above a certain size or of a certain species.
You want a nice straight round tree. Species is very important, obviously. Lumber's traded kind of like a commodity.
Probably the biggest change that we see and we talk about is the profit margin. The profit margin has shrunk so much. Lumber prices, typically they have come up somewhat, but not in as much as the cost of operations. So what we used to do at one time, we'd saw 30,000 board feet of lumber a week. Now we're sawing over 100,000 board feet a week.
While that may seem like a lot of lumber, Mitchelltree says the forests are growing quicker than loggers are cutting. In fact, in 1965, Ohio had about 6 million acres of woodlands. Today, that number has grown to 8 million. And in Pennsylvania, since 1963, the number of large diameter trees has nearly doubled from 6 million to 11 million.
What hurts the timber industry more than anything is the development as they take the trees away for a development, for a plaza, for a mall. It'll never come back, but it is growing and at a faster rate than it is being harvested.
A lot of people don't really think about the environmental stewardship that goes into it as far as leaving the forest ready for regrowth and taking care of it. Loggers have in the past gotten kind of a bad rap in a lot of ways, and there's certainly a lot of us that are environmentally conscious and want to leave the forest better when we leave it and ready for regrowth both economically and environmentally.
You can read more on the region's lumber industry in the mid-September issue of the Business Journal out now. Click the subscribe tab to order your copy today.
717 Business Loans, from commercial mortgages to SBA loans or lines of credit and equipment and vehicle loans. 717 Business Loans, big and small. We've done them all.